let's get right to it. Weighing in on the top stories this morning, Vermont's independent Senator Bernie Sanders, political blogger Kelly Goff, Washington Post editorial writer Jonathan Capehart, and our own Savannah Guthrie. Senator Sanders, I'm going to begin with you. At the same time we're having this job summit, the Fed chairman, Ben Bernanke, is fighting for his own job. He's going to face, in fact, you and the rest of the Senate Banking Committee and the rest of the Senate over the next hour. Those lawmakers, of course, as you know, Senator, have the power to either reconfirm him or send this man packing. One senator, again, who's not even on that committee, has put a hold on the process. The result, Bernanke would now have to be confirmed with 60 votes, not just a simple majority. That senator is Senator Sanders, an independent from Vermont. Senator, what's your issue?
My issue is that this country is now in the worst recession since the Great Depression. 17% of our people are unemployed or underemployed. This crisis has been caused by the greed, the recklessness, the irresponsibility of Wall Street. And the American people want to know, where was the Fed? One of the responsibilities of the Fed is the safety and soundness of financial institutions. Where were they when Wall Street underwent a gambling spree which led to this collapse? Why didn't they detect what was going on? Second of all, after the bailout, after the crisis, has the Fed responded appropriately? I think they have not. I think they've been more interested in maintaining the needs of Wall Street and the big money interest rather than working families, small businesses, or the consumers of this country.
Couldn't those same criticisms be levied against people like the Treasury Secretary? In other words, do you uniquely look at the Fed chairman with these criticisms?
Well, that is the Fed chairman's responsibility. I'm not saying he's the only guy in the world who we should hold accountable, but his job is to determine the safety and soundness. They were asleep at the wheel. They are part of the problem. And furthermore, right now, what are we looking at? We have credit cards in this country. Millions of people are paying 25 or 30% interest rates on their credit card. The Fed could tell the bailed out banks to put a cap on interest rates. We have small businesses, medium-sized businesses all over this country who are profitable, who are begging for credit. They can't get it because these large bailed out institutions are not making the loans to them. I personally asked Ben Bernanke when he came before the Budget Committee, tell me, you lent out $2 trillion in zero-interest loans to large financial institutions. Who received that money? Tell me the names. He said, I'm not going to tell you. So we need a lot more transparency at the Fed as well. Bottom line, they weren't there when we needed them, and now, since the collapse, in my view, they've been more interested in representing the needs of Wall Street than middle-class America.
Last question for you. Is there anything the Fed chairman could do to accommodate some of your criticisms, to mend, if you will?
No. You know, he was appointed by George W. Bush. He was part of the Bush administration. We need a new approach to Wall Street. We need Wall Street to be investing in the productive economy, creating real jobs in America. I think it's time for Mr. Bernanke to go.
Understood, Senator.